Mr. Ishoo, we are live.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dhananjay.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. With great pleasure, I welcome all of you to third ForeignGrad webinar by a distinguished Commonwealth scholar, Mr. Ishoo Ratna Srivastav, on the topic of Commonwealth Scholarship and Imperial College London application process. I am Dhananjay Kumar, and I am currently pursuing Master in Public Policy from King's College London as a Chevening Scholar. Today's webinar is a part of new initiative, a scholar series launched by our exceptional team at ForeignGrad. For this series, we will be inviting scholars from around the world to create awareness about scholarships, university applications, with a focus on first generation learner and students that belong to socially and economically disadvantaged sections of the society. So with this, I invite Mr. Ishoo Ratna Srivastav, who is engineer by profession and currently pursuing MSc Sustainable Energy Futures from Imperial College London as a Commonwealth Scholar. So Mr. Ishoo, you are most welcome on the ForeignGrad platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you, Dhananjay.
Thank you, Isu. Mr. Isu, you had an interesting journey so far. So, would you like to share some of the highlight of your journey with our viewers?
Yes. So, I hope your question pertains to my journey regarding the foreign education or the university education which I am currently pursuing at the UK. Uh,
Mhm.
so, I must say that most of the people who are from the middle class background, the major hurdle which comes in their way as far as pursuing a foreign education is concerned is funding. So first is that you have to focus on the choice of course which you are going to pursue. You have to, because in foreign universities there are wide range of courses which are available. So you need to first find out which course is more suitable for you, and then you have to focus on generating the funding for that course which you have chosen. So the entire thing takes a lot of time. So the journey has been full of learning. I have been browsing, talking to people about identifying courses which are good for me, identifying avenues which can help me to get some scholarship or appropriate funding. So this has been a journey of learning, knowing people, and knowing the processes and different opportunities which are available.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So you have a very successful engineering career. Then why and how you decided to pursue a master degree from abroad?
Dhananjay, for me, and I believe as a Chevening scholar, you also, we all believe that learning is a continuing process. So,
Yes.
in whatever field you are working, you need to brush up your skills all the time. You need to upgrade yourself to meet the challenges which are coming on in our professions on a day-to-day basis. And so, agreed that I am in the middle of my career and I have been, working for some time now. But yes, I mean, a degree, some skill enhancement at this point in time, I believe is very important as we work, in a very dynamic environment these days. Yes. So basically, this was the motivation.
Okay, nice. So, becoming a Commonwealth scholar and then pursuing Masters in Sustainable Energy Future from Imperial College London, one of the topmost universities in the world, is a dream for many. So, would you like to share your experience of applying and becoming a Commonwealth scholar?
Yes. So, Commonwealth scholarship like the Chevening scholarships, they have been, there for available for students for quite a long time now. Right? These are one of the oldest scholarships which have been existing for some time now. So I had some kind of awareness about this scholarship, but was not really very much thorough about the process. So I had to do a lot of data searching. What is the process of application? What are the channels which are available for application for the Commonwealth scholarships? So that was basically it. Now coming to the question which will be more beneficial to your viewers, I would like to say that the Commonwealth scholarship basically has got two channels of application. Broadly, I would say one is the Commonwealth Masters Scholarship, which is the channel through a nominating agency in your country. In our case, it is India. The other scholarship avenue which is available are the Commonwealth shared scholarships. Now, these shared scholarships, they are given by the universities in collaboration with the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. So now I'll first talk about the Commonwealth Masters Scholarship, which I have been availing, and which is through the nominating agency. In case of India, it is Ministry of Human Resource Development. Now, what is to be done in this case is that the MHRD, they actually bring out an advertisement somewhere in the month of September. They did this in the year of 2020 in the month of September, and they ask you to apply for it on their Sakshat portal. There is a portal which have been created by them. You can check it on external scholarships MHRD, and a detailed notification is available about the scholarship award, the UK Commonwealth Scholarship Award. And at the same time, you have to apply at the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission website also. So there are basically two applications which are to be made. One is with the MHRD and one is with the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. Both come with a deadline, and you have to follow those deadlines. Now, the Scholarship Commission, they actually ask for applications which are coming under some kind of their preferred themes. Now, the themes are the science and technology for development, the strengthening of health systems, promoting global prosperity, global peace, resilience, and response to crisis, and access and inclusion and opportunity, like questions which we have. They broadly are, I think, they are derived from the Sustainable Development Goals. So whatever your field of study is, it has to be aligned to these themes. And in my view, broadly, all the educational fields which we pursue here in India, they somehow align with these themes, right? So you have to apply to the MHRD portal, and then MHRD, in their notification, they have listed down a criteria that they will shortlist the applications based on the university rankings, the QS university rankings of the candidates where they have secured admissions. So this is a very important criteria, and on this basis only they do this shortlisting. And once they shortlist, they forward this shortlist to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. Then again, the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission has the job to do to see all the applications which have come to them from across the globe, and then they almost 1/3 of the applications are then finally recommended for the scholarship. Now, this is about the nominating agency channel, which I
Okay, so Mr. Isu, like if I say I have to summarize this one process of going through nominating agency, then we can simply say that one has to secure admission in one of the university, and then one has to apply on the MHRD portal, and then MHRD portal on the committee will do the selection on the basis of QS ranking of your university, one of the most important parameters
yeah, the MHRD nomination will be based on this only. Yeah.
only. So obvious step is one you have to secure the admission first, then you have to apply, and then on the basis of your QS ranking of your university, you may get the selection. It is not mandatory that if you are selected in one of the top university, you will definitely get admission. But your probability may be high.
Of course, yes, yes. That
Yes.
that
So
interpretation is correct. Yeah,
yes. So with this, I want you to explain the second process of applying to the Commonwealth Scholarship.
right. So as I said, that there is one more channel for the Commonwealth scholarships, and they are called the Commonwealth Shared Scholarships. Now, these scholarships are administered by the universities, the respective universities, along with the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission. So here there is no nominating centralized nominating agency as such. But one thing very important which is to be kept in mind, that whatever the courses are available, the courses which are available for these scholarships, they have to be checked. Not all the courses are available for scholarship. So you have to go on the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission website. They have provided a list that for the year 2020, in which particular university, what course is available for Commonwealth Shared Scholarship. If that course is of your interest, of your previous background is matching with that course, you of course can apply, and there the university do the shortlisting based on the quality of the application, and then they forward those names to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, and they broadly check the criteria if everything else is being met, and then a scholarship is being awarded.
Okay. So can you summarize the second approach of applying the shared Commonwealth scholarship, like
Yeah,
step one, step two? Yeah.
yeah. So the idea is, go to the university and see if the choice of course which you are willing to take, whether it is coming under the listed courses eligible for the Commonwealth Scholarship Award. This can be checked on a on the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission website. Now, once you do this, you apply for the course and apply for the scholarship. Applying for the course and applying for the scholarships may be two different, you may have to fill two different forms for it, because some more information is being collected at the scholarship form level. So if you have to do this, and then the university will do the shortlisting. And if the university shortlists you, they will forward your name to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission, and then the commission sees if everything else is okay. They will notify the award.
Okay. Perfect. So so what are the questions in this particular application process? Can you? I think there are four questions. So can we start with each questions? And I want to know your view that how a candidate should approach each questions. So let's start with the first question. First question is I think around objective during the award. So can you explain that how a candidate should approach this particular question?
Yes, I mean, we should have some kind of appreciation of the background in which these scholarships are awarded. These scholarships are administered by the Department of International Development of the government of UK. So there has to be some clear cut objective which you should be able to put forth in your application. For example, if I am going for a course in sustainable energy, do you see sustainable energy as an area which is of interest of mankind in the days to come, which is of interest for your country in the days to come? If yes, then you should be able to align your objectives during the course, and also at the very same time, it is also very important that you should be knowing what are the modules which are going to be taught in that course to you, because generally all the universities, they list down what are the modules which they are going to teach you during that course. So some modules you may really find interesting, some modules you may find really relevant to your home country. So you should be able to
Mhm.
align all these things in your answer for that question, that of all the things, this particular thing is more relevant for me. I have been doing some research on this for some time now, and I have already done something on this thing for some time now, and I wish to take it forward now. So this question objective has to be, it need not to be very long, but it has to be succinct. It has to pass the message very very clearly.
Perfect. To just summarize this question, what we need to do, that we need to do the background research in the area where, in the area or in the course we want to do. We need to specify the objective, why you want to go for that, and what you want to achieve, and then you need to apply. So with this, let's move to the next question. So next question is about career plan in the 5 year following the award. So how do approach this particular question?
Yes, yes. So before Dhananjay, I come to this question of yours. Let me just add to the previous question that
Yes,
I
please.
if I can recall it correctly, in the application form, it is also expected that your objective during the study also gets aligned with the sustainable development goals, because they ask
Goals.
what goals are actually being targeted with your objective of study there in UK. So there has to be some kind of clarity, some kind of background research which you should do in your application process, that whether my small piece of objective is fitting in the larger scheme of things. This is one thing.
Mhm,
Now coming to your question about the career plan in next 5 years post your degree. So
mhm,
one thing is that you have to be very clear that this award actually uh, is
mhm.
for studying in UK, and it is expected that after your studies are completed, you will go back to your home country. So you must indicate this fact that you will be coming back to your home country. This is number one. Number two,
Mhm,
if you are
mhm.
already in a job, you can always say how these studies are going to enrich your job and how it is going to help your career prospects if you are already in a job. And if you are going to start something afresh, you should be able to align it with your studies which you have pursued in the UK. The important thing is that it should be first of all in your home country, which I am highlighting again and again. Don't You should not be saying something that I'll be doing something elsewhere, because that is not the purpose of the scholarship. Your scholarship is actually to benefit your home country. So this is the basic thing which you have to follow. Just do not cross this line of saying something which is irrelevant to your country.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect. So the career goal, uh, like after 5 years of your award, should be aligned with your career or what you want to do, and it must be with your home country.
exactly.
To Because every scholarship, the fully funded scholarship, is given so that the student go get the specialized knowledge, come back to the country, and give back to the society or give back to the organization
Exactly,
for the
that's the
welfare of the country. Perfectly. So with this, now we'll move to the third question. Third question is about long-term career plan. So how to approach this question?
see. You have to deal with this question uh, uh, in terms of your individual academic background or professional background. If you have been into research, or if you have some interest in research, you should be able to spell out your objective, that I wish to pursue a PhD, and later on I wish to do some postgrad research, and then I have to further enhance my career in academics, and I wish to do something on research in a particular area, and maybe I would like to join hand with some governmental effort which is taking place in my country. For example, if I am doing some energy related research, I'd align myself with some Niti Aayog policy making, or with Ministry of Power, or something like that. Something on rural electrification I would like to do. So your long term should not be just should not be disjoint from your current thing, from your medium term thing. It should be aligned with your education and things you have been progressing in the last 5 years.
Perfect. So, to summarize this question, just I think we need to give the larger picture. We need to give the larger picture
Exactly.
that
I mean,
how
long.
you are going.
Yeah,
Yes,
please.
yes. Please, please,
Yeah.
Ishoo.
So larger picture means, yes. I mean, one cannot, just foresee everything. One cannot gaze the crystal ball and say that after 20 years I'll be doing this thing. But the least we can do at this point in time, that we have to remain rational. We have to be aligned to certain objectives, aligned to the thinking which we have at this point in time, that I'm going to work for this sustainable development goal, or whatever the skills I'm going to acquire during my studies, how I'm going to further it. It should form a continuum, basically.
It should be progressive manner. It should
Exactly.
not be like you are jumping from 1 year to 10th year. So you need to show your progression, how you are going to achieve your short term goal, and that become a part of a larger goal.
Yes.
So that's what Mr. Isu is trying to say. Now coming on the last question, fourth question of, so last question is about development impact statement.
Yes.
So you have to give a statement about development impact. So how to approach this particular question, Mr. Isu?
Yeah, for example, this development impact assessment, you have to do, whatever your field of study is. First, you have to find out how relevant is it, this study is, for your home country. uh, what are the areas which your home country is lacking as far as this study is
Mhm,
concerned, and
mhm, mhm,
with your study, how it is going to further the efforts of your nation to overcome those hurdles. So
mhm,
this is basically the development impact statement. For example, in case of in my case, as I would say, uh, energy, sustainable energy is a key area of concern, key area of action, not just in India but across the globe. So as we are trying to have, as we already have achieved power for all, now the next milestone which is to be achieved is large amount of renewable integration which is to be done on Indian power sector. So
mhm,
these all these strategies are to be evolved. All these, you know uh, small micro generation to large scale renewable generation, everything is to be planned for this country, because we have to move from more sustainable power supply for this country. So you have to think that whether your area of study is going to impact the development scenario of your home country. Yes. am, am I audible to you, Dhananjay?
yes, yes, yes. I think there was some internet connection problem. So can you just once again repeat in last 1 minute you said?
Okay. So I was just trying to say that I for example, if I could highlight my individual case, I would say that the area I was pursuing is the and I am pursuing, in fact, is the sustainable energy futures, which actually is the burning question, not just for India but for the world itself. So we have to search for large scale renewable integration in the India story, India energy story. So there is a lot which is to be done as far as the development of this sector is concerned. So you have to align whatever the national policies are at this point in time, how your study is going to further make you good enough to contribute in that national effort. That actually becomes a solid development statement, because you should not be you should be able to either you are doing something which really is disruptive and you can convince others that I'll do something which is going to which will be like change the whole scenario, or you should be doing something like that which actually fits in the current scheme of things and takes the whole national effort forward. Just be very you have to do this. You have to be very religious about this fact that all your efforts have to be aligned to the national objectives, your home country objectives. That is the crucial thing.
Perfect. So now Mr. Isu has explained Commonwealth Scholarship in detail, how they select the students. He explained two different approaches of approaching Commonwealth Scholarship. One is through nominating agency, and then second through Commonwealth shared scholarship where you apply to the particular university. After that, he took all the four important questions which are in the application process. So he explained in detail how one should approach objective question, how one should approach short-term career plan, how one should approach long-term career plan, and lastly he explained in detail how one should write their development impact statement, which is the most crucial part of this whole application process. So after understanding Commonwealth scholarship from Mr. Ishoo, now we will go and understand Imperial College London application process. So, Ishoo, can you explain the application process of Imperial College London?
Yeah, sure, Dhananjay. Dhananjay, Imperial, as you might be knowing already, that it's a
Mm,
technical university. Largely,
mm,
all the courses are technical in nature. You have it's a science and technology based university. Now, the application process for my course, which is called the Sustainable Energy Futures course, and an MSc, it is a MSc course. The application process was rather simple.
mhm.
I had to go to the course website. On the website there was a link which was given for application, and I had to do some, some routine details about my name, about my academic qualification, about my professional career so far. Apart from that, I had to, provide the references, the referees, the potential referees which are going to write for my credentials. um, and there is one requirement of, having a statement of purpose. Why do you wish to pursue this course? So that has to be some 500 to 1,000 words long essay which is to be written, if I remember it clearly. Yes. And that forms, yeah, I mean, that actually showcases your intent for pursuing the course. um, Apart from that, sometimes the universities, it depends on the course director, or depends from one course to another. Sometimes they may call you for an interview, or sometimes your application gets decided just based on the information you have provided to them, and there is no interview. So it depends. You may have to undergo an interview, and you may not have to go through an interview.
So basically, student has to fill the application form. Then they have to write a statement of purpose, give, I think, one or two letter of recommendation depending on the need of a particular course, and if required in some cases, they have to go for interview. Am I right, Mr. Su?
Yeah, I think you have summed it up
Yeah.
just right. Yeah.
Yes. So I have one more question for you. That can you explain to the viewer that how one should approach the statement of purpose while applying in the Imperial College London?
Yes. So, uh, the statement of purpose is perhaps the most crucial thing. Apart from your, academic and professional academic performance, or and the professional background which you have, um, while writing your statement of purpose, you have to do some background research. The most important thing is that whatever gather information about the course which you are intending to pursue. There are detailed brochure available on the course website which you can download and see what are the modules which are going to be taught, what new skills you are going to learn from those courses. Apart from that, if you have something, if you have done something relevant in your professional field, or while you were in the college pursuing your studies undergrad, you should align it to your, intent to pursue that course, and reflect that thing in the statement of purpose. So the most important thing is that you need to have enough information about the course you intend to pursue. That is the most important thing. Some courses may not be very technical, they may be more policy oriented courses. But if you have a very technical background, then your aspirations may not be fulfilled with that course, and your statement of purpose, may not be relevant to that course. So it is very important to thoroughly go through the course brochure, which provides you all the details, and then try to add whatever accomplishments or whatever relevant research you have done in your studies earlier, or something professionally which is relevant to the course. Yes.
Perfect. So just to add, Mr. Isu point, one should also explain how you will be an asset to the class, how you will bring diversity to the class. So along with Mr. Isu's point, you also need to explain these basic things so that your chances of selection will be high. So now we have understood a Commonwealth Scholarship, we have understood Imperial College London application process. Now I have two more questions for Mr. Isu. So can you uh, tell in a brief that how the aspirants should approach these applications overall? What is your final tips to the aspirants who want to apply to the Commonwealth Scholarship or want to apply in the Imperial College London? So can you give your final tips to them?
Dhananjay, I would say starting early is very important, because all foreign application, the course, yeah, the session in the UK universities, it starts in September. Now we are used to, in our Indian system, the session starts in July. All our results, semester results and things like that, they follow that timetable. So first of all,
Mhm.
there has to be an awareness that this is the time when the course start in UK universities. You have to surf the individual university websites, the scholarship commission websites, to find out what are the deadlines for application, because many of these students, many of the many bright students, the best of the best, they will miss out on the scholarships or the admission opportunities just because they have missed the deadline. This should not happen ever, right? So start your my advice would be, start your preparation at the start of the calendar year, that is January the 1st, right? The year before you wish to go. For example, if you wish to go in 2021, your research should have started in January 2020, January 1st, 2020, at least.
Exactly.
So that is the most important thing, to my mind. Yes. And apart from that, if you are serious, if you are if you are really willing to pursue, you have to show some kind of perseverance, because there are a lot of scholarships where you would not go through. There are a lot of courses where you would be you won't be getting favorable decisions on your application. But try to diversify. Many of the universities, lot of courses are there. Many of the universities, they have they provide variety of courses. So you should not get disheartened. You should apply to enhance your chances in more and more courses.
Exactly. Just Isu has given very detailed information and very insightful information that one should start early. And that's the major problem, because in India, the application process is like before it is a written based application in India. But for foreign university admissions, you need to apply almost 1 year before it start, 1 year before. So if you want to say pursue your higher education from 2020 2021 to 2022, you need to apply now. You need to apply from say August 2020. Therefore, in that way, you will be able to secure admission. And most of the Indian students do not have this awareness that the foreign university application starts 1 year before. So, just to add the issue point, that yes, you have to start early and you have to do your detailed research. You have to make many uh, different copies of your statement of purpose. You have to send these copies to previous scholars or to someone who is studying, so that you get a detailed feedback. And then on working on those detailed feedback, you should improve your essay, and then finally submit. Don't like you just write and submit directly. I will say write early, send to as many as people, and then get detailed feedback, improve your essay, and then finally submit. So uh, that's I had to add. So with this, I just want to end the interview, and I want to thank Mr. Isu for taking out your precious time to come and create awareness about Commonwealth Scholarship, about Imperial College London application process, and I'm sure this will help mostly first generation learner, mostly to those people who cannot afford to go for higher education. So with this, I will end the interview. And again, on 10th, we will have another scholar. And this time, we are going to have a very bright and genius student who got admission in Oxford University, and she is going to share her experience of applying in Oxford University and approach of writing different essays. So with this, thank you, Isu. Thank you, viewers, for coming and watching this. Thank you
Thank you
very
so much,
much.
Dhananjay. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank, thank you.